Hello students, NLC topic now is lesson 16, calculating the range and standard deviation of ungrouped data. For our review, answer the questions below with your partner. You can pause the video to answer all the questions. For the first question, for the set of scores 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, and 5, write down the lowest score, the highest score, and the range. For the lowest score, look for the given. We have 1. For the highest score, we have 5. And for the range is equivalent to highest score minus lowest score. And for the range, so we have 5 is the highest score minus 1. Therefore, the range is 4. For question number 2I, write down the frequency of each score and the total frequency. So we have the given scores 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. For the frequency, how many 1? So 1. How many 2? 1, 2, 3. So that's why we have 3 here. Next, how many 3? 1, 2. Okay, the frequency is 2. And how many 4? So we have 3. And how many 5? We have 1. So these are the frequencies of each scores. Okay, now, so for the total, you have to add all the frequencies. So let's add 1 plus 3, 4, plus 2 is 6, plus 3 is 9, and plus 1 is 10. So our total frequency is equal to 10. And number 2, I show that the mean for the set of scores is mean is equal to 3. Our formula for mean, so x bar is equal to sum of scores divided by the number of scores. Okay, so we will add all the given scores here. So 1 plus 2 is 3. Plus 2 is 5, plus 2 is 7, plus 3 is 10, plus 3 is 13, plus 4, 17, plus 4, 21, plus 4 is 25, plus 5 is 30. So it means 30 divided by 10. And 30 divided by 10 is equal to 3. So that's why our mean is 3. For number 3I, for each different score, write down its deviation from the mean. So meaning, score minus mean. Our mean a while ago is 3. So therefore, it is 1 minus 3 is negative 2. Okay? 2 minus 3 is negative 1. 3 minus 3 equals 0. And 4 minus 3 is equal to 1. And the last, 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. So these are the values for our deviation. 3, 2I. Calculate the squares of each deviation. So when we say square, you're going to multiply the value of this deviation by itself. So meaning, negative 2 times negative 2 is equal to 4. Negative 1 times negative 1 is 1. 0 times 0 is 0. 1 times 1 is 1. And 2 times 2 is 4. So these are the values of the square deviation. I hope you get all the correct answers. Let's proceed to lesson language practice. Arrange the jumbled letters to form a word. Let's start from the first given. Clue. A measure of difference between the observed value of a variable and some other value, often that variable mean. Okay, so it is deviation. For the next one, it is the measure of the variation of the set of data in terms of the amounts by which the individual values differ from their mean. What do you think is the word? Standard deviation. Next is the difference between the largest value and smallest value. The answer is range. For the next one, is a complete of all elements scores for people to be studied? The answer is population. Next, it is a method of gathering information using relevant questions from a sample of people with the aim of understanding populations as a whole. The answer is survey. I hope you get all the correct answers. Let us have now the STEM for items 1 and 2. Charles has a job collecting local population data. He conducts a survey of 40 families in a nearby area to collect data on the number of children per household. He lists the data obtained as 1, 2, 4, 2, 1, 3, 3, 2, 2, 6, 2, 5, 2, 6, 4, 2, 4, 7, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 5, 2, 0, 2, 1, 4, 1, 3, 2, 6, 3, 3, 0, 3, 4, 2, 4, and enters the data into a frequency distribution table. Here is the frequency table. So first column is the number of children per household. Okay, and then the frequency. Then it has the summation of 40. And then fx, column for fx. How to get the column for fx? Just multiply 0 times 2 for the number of children by its frequency. So 0 times 2 is 0. 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 11 is 22. 3 times 8, 24. 4 times 6, 24. 5 times 4, 20. 6 times 3, 18. 7 times 1 is 7. And get the total, or the summation of fx is equal to 120. For the next one, Charles conducts a second survey of 20 more families in another local area to collect further data for the number of children per household. He enters the data obtained in the table. So number of children, so it represents as X. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And for the frequency, we have 1, 8, 5, 3, 2, and 1. Item 1, you can pause the video to answer the given questions. Number 1, write down the range of the data from the first survey. As we all know, range is equal to highest score minus lowest score. So what is the highest score and then the lowest score? So we'll have 7. So this one, 7 minus 0, it is equal to 7. So range is equal to 7. For question number 2, use the formula mean for the x bar is equal to summation of fx divided by summation of f to show that the mean for the data is 3. Okay, so the summation of fx, so just substitute. So as we have here, 120, and divide it by number of frequency or summation of frequency, we will have 40. So 120 divided by 40, the answer is 3. So we prove that the mean of this given is 3. For question number 3, complete the columns 4 using, this one is the columns 4. So D is equal to X minus mean. So using mean as 3 and 5 and 6 of the table for the first survey. How did we get these values in the column of D is equal to X minus mean? So our X stands for the number of children per household. So we have 0. Our mean is 3. So 0 minus 3 is negative 3. 1 minus 3 is negative 2. 2 minus 3, negative 1. 3 minus 3 is 0. 4 minus 3 is 1. 5 minus 3 is 2. 6 minus 3 is 3. 7 minus 3 is 4. So these are the values that we obtained in the column of D is equal to X minus mean. So this is the deviation. So D stands for deviation. Now, for the squared of deviation, just multiply the values of deviation by itself to obtain the square of deviation. So we have negative 3 times negative 3 is 9. Negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. Negative 1 times negative 1 is 1. 0 times 0, 0. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16. Now, for the column of f or frequency times d squared or square deviation, so just multiply the frequency and the column or the values of the square of deviation. So we have 2 times 9, 18. 5 times 4, 20. 11 times 1 is 11. We have 8 times 0 is 0. 6 times 1 is 6. 4 times 4 is 16. 3 times 9 is 27. And then 1 times 16 is 16. So after obtaining all the values in the column of frequency times square deviation, get the total. And the total means it is the summation of FD squared. So it is equivalent to 114. To find the standard deviation of this ungrouped data, you can use the values from the summation of FD squared and from the summation of Fx. So here is the formula for standard deviation. It is the square root of the summation of fd squared divided by the summation of f. Our value for summation of fd squared is 114. So substitute. The value for summation of f is what? 40. So therefore, 114 divided by 40, it is equivalent to 57. So simplify or get the lowest term. 57 over 20. 57 divided by 20 is equal to 2.85. So then get the square root of 2.85. So our answer is approximately 1 and 69 hundredths. And this is the value of our standard deviation. Okay, I hope you answers all the 3 questions. You can pause again the video to find the answers in item 2 questions. For item 2 question, number 1, write down the range of the data from the second survey. So, range meaning highest score minus lowest score. Our highest score is 5 and the lowest score is 0. Okay, so our answer is 5. 5 minus 0 is 5 and the range is 5. For question number 2, use the formula mean is equal to summation of fx divided by summation of f. So, we look at the table at the right. So, let's find out first the value of fx. 0 times 1 is 0. 1 times 8 is 8. 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 2 is 8. 5 times 1 is 5. So these are the values of fx. Now, so you will find the summation of this fx. Okay? And then we have here as 40. Let's find out if it is 40. 0 plus 8 is 8. Plus 10, 18. Plus 9, 27. Plus 8 is 35. And plus 5 is 40. So we have 40 divided by 20. And the answer is 2. So we get the mean of 2. For item 2, question number 3, you will use again this table. For the question 3, Charles calculates the standard deviation for the data from the second survey to be 1 and 26 hundredths. So question, what percentage of the scores are within 1 standard deviation of the mean? So all scores of 1, 2, and 3 are less than 1. Standard deviation from the mean, so we have 2. So since we have 2 minus 1 is less than 1.26. 2 minus 2 is less than 1.26. And 3 minus 2 is less than 1.26. So note that 2 minus 0 is greater than 1.26 and 4 minus 2 is greater than 1.26 and 5 minus 2 is greater than 1.26. So therefore, the 8 plus 5 plus 3 is equal to 16. Of course, are less than 1 standard deviation from the mean. So, we have 16 over 20. The 20 here is the total of frequency. Or if you divide it 16 divided by 20, it is 0.8 and change to percent. So it is 80% of scores. For question number 3 to I, what percentage of the scores are within 2 standard deviations of the mean? Okay, so all scores of 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 are less than 2 standard deviations. So 2 times 1.26 is equal to 2.52 from the mean. So mean is equal to 2. Since 2 minus 0 is less than 2.52, 2 minus 1 is less than 2.52, 2 minus 2 is less than 2.52, 3 minus 2 is less than 2.52, and 4 minus 2 is less than 2.52. So note, 5 minus 2 is greater than 2.52. Therefore, 1 plus 8, 9 plus 5, 14 plus 3, 17 plus 2 is 19, scores less than 2 standard deviation from the mean. So therefore, 19 over 20 or 95 scores. I hope you learned something. Thank you for watching.